Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Sharon. That's Robert Harding, and this is the Citizen Sports Weekly for Thursday, December 3rd, 2015, Week 13 of the NFL season. It is December. This is the last month of the regular season. It's depressing.
Yeah.
It's sad. I mean, you live for this time of the year. You're enjoying it when it's September. You know, the leaves are still on the trees, and it's nice and warm. And now here it is. The leaves are gone. It's cold. At least it hasn't started snowing yet. But, speaking of snow,
Yes.
it was snowing in Denver last Sunday night.
Here it is, folks.
Yeah,
There
who
it
called
is.
it? Who called it? I called it. Yeah, I'm going to boast about this one because I get more wrong than I get right when I go out on a limb. Okay,
A big limb.
The gut said go with the Broncos. The gut was right. I called it. Now, okay, yes, New England was without a lot of their top players on offense, and like I said, Tom Brady can't catch the ball. And geez, the Broncos did do a bang-up job on Gronkowski there, didn't they? Oh,
They banged him
They
up.
banged him up pretty good. Yeah. But give Brock Osweiler a lot of credit. I said, I rewatched it. The kid had one game to kind of like get the kinks out a little bit and kind of get accustomed to playing again because he hadn't played in a long time. He played great last week.
How about that touchdown pass?
That was, I'm telling you, man, as a Dolphins fan, he played better than Tannehill. I'm serious. And Tannehill's been playing for 4 years.
Wow.
Osweiler, 2 weeks. I'm serious, man. This kid, he's got the goods. All right, so enough boasting. I believe I won 3 games. Robert won 2, or I won 4, and he won 3. Long story short, I got a 1-game lead. So Again.
You're back.
With that in mind, we got 6 games for this week. We'll get right into it. The battle for the battle for New York, the Giants and the Jets.
Wow.
And the Jets got a much-needed win against the Dolphins last week, and the Giants, well, they did not play. No, they had their bye. They had their bye last week. I
Nope,
think
they played the Redskins.
they played the Redskins and lost. Yeah, not good. So the Giants are the home team, which I don't know if that really means anything.
Technically.
I think you could still have half the field Giants and half the field Jets, but it's going to be all Giants. But the Giants are 5-6. This division, the NFC East, is without a doubt one of the worst in football. Maybe next to the AFC South, or easily. But anyways, the Giants have a great chance here to really grab a stranglehold on this division if they can beat the Jets. I can't see Eli Manning and Tom Coughlin laying another egg. This is a home game. I just like the Giants. Fitzpatrick did not play. I mean, he played well last week, but come on, he doesn't scare you. I'm going with the Giants in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Giants too. I was kind of leaning to the Jets, but I think the Giants, after that game last week, coming off their bye, maybe a little frustrated. So they'll come out and there's some intensity here. You're playing the Jets.
Yeah.
I think they'll want to win this one.
Yeah. One more thing. I guess Giants co-owner Steve Tisch actually said something about Coughlin having to step it up a little bit.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you're actually kind of like
Calling
him out. Your coach has won you 2 Super Bowls, but hey, what do I know? All right, next game. This is a really good game. I'm glad you picked this game. Seattle at Minnesota. Who had Minnesota at 8-3? Yeah, nobody's raising their hand. Nobody. Okay, great job. By their new coach, actually their second-year coach, Mike Zimmer. Yes, I knew his last name. I couldn't think of his first name real quickly there. Thank you. So here it is. The Seahawks have been struggling, to say the least. This is one of those games where I think the Vikings are going to take a step up. I think this team is going to make the playoffs, regardless of what Green Bay does. This is a game, they're at home. It's December. Adrian Peterson, got to step it up. I like the Vikings in this game. It's going to be a close game, but I like the Vikings to win.
Yeah, I like the Vikings too. I think that loss against Green Bay a couple weeks ago was, kind of the exception. That this is a good football team on both sides of the ball, and with Peterson, Teddy Bridgewater, even underrated core of receivers, I think they can get the job done. Next
game, this is a fun one because if you had said a month ago that the Houston Texans would be 6-5. And the Buffalo Bills would be 5-6. I think I would have laughed at you. Robert would have laughed at you. I think anybody would have laughed at you. But here we are. The Texans are 6-5.
Yeah.
Who saw it coming? And the Bills are 5-6. And you could arguably say that this is their season. They've got to win this game. It's a must-win.
They do.
It's at Buffalo. Rex Ryan, you want to think this guy is, going to be a little smarter? and how he does his I mean, yeah. Hey Rex, we need you to throw the challenge back. Not hold on, I'm talking to my priest here. I can't talk right now. Like Rex talks to a religious person on a regular basis. Come on, folks, please. Actually, Rex Ryan talking to a chaplain on the sideline is as close as Rex Ryan will come to going to church on a Sunday. When you think about it, maybe he's very religious. I don't know. I'm not trying to poke fun at his religious beliefs. Okay, he's got his right to him. But I just was laughing when I heard like he was talking to the team chaplain when they wanted him to do a challenge. That being said, the Bills are healthy, relatively speaking.
Well,
Tyrod Taylor, healthy?
Well, he's healthy.
I think that's the key figure there, okay? Because he makes that offense go. The defense, I think if you can keep J.J. Watt off Tyrod Taylor, I like the Bills in this game. I'm going with Buffalo.
Yeah, the Bills aren't going to be able to keep J.J. Watt off Tyrod Taylor.
But
if they line J.J. Watt up on the right side,
man,
that's going to be a mess. I'm taking the Texans in this
Whoa,
game.
he's going against the hometown
Bills.
team. All right.
A few things here. The coaching. You could say Rex Ryan has been one of the biggest disappointments for the Bills this year.
Wow.
Players, coaches, or otherwise. He after that performance last week. Wow. I think it really should set off some alarm bells there.
Really.
But the defense and the offensive line too. The right side of the line, Chantrell Henderson. Something's got to give there. Either he's the guy or he's not at right tackle. And then the defense. I mean, when's this unit going to show up? Been waiting 11 games.
I've seen them show up. They usually show up against Miami.
Well,
the only 2 games, really, right? Yeah. What's that say?
Yeah.
And speaking of my Miami Dolphins, unless you want to finish something else against the Bills.
I covered all the points.
All right, my Miami Dolphins. They're back home. They're 4-7. They're most likely not going to make the playoffs. They fired their offensive coordinator Bill Lazor on Monday. They're letting Ryan Tannehill have a say in the game plan. This is going to be interesting.
Oh,
they promoted the they actually didn't promote the quarterback's coach. They just told the quarterback's coach, "You're calling the plays on Sunday. Get ready. You're calling the plays." Zach Taylor is his name. He's
like the president.
No,
Zachary Taylor.
No. This is not going to be pretty. The sad thing is the Ravens are in more bad shape than the Dolphins are. I mean, they got injuries. Flacco's out.
Mm-hmm.
Forsette's out. I mean, pick a guy. They've just had all these injuries. And
Steve Smith.
And Steve Smith, right. There's another one. And it's just, and then they go into Cleveland and they beat the Browns on a blocked field goal.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins are pitiful. The Ravens are pitiful because of injuries, not because of, they don't have good players. But call me crazy, I'm going to pick the Dolphins in this game. I think this is one of those games where they get that bounce from firing somebody, and they're going to beat the Ravens. And I think this will probably be their last win of the season. That's my opinion.
Yeah, for me, the tie goes to the home team, and the Dolphins just happen to be playing at home.
Okay.
So that's who I'm picking.
Sorry, guys. I'm not high on them right now. Next game is the classic AFC West matchup, Oakland and Kansas City. Kansas City played a very good game against the Bills last week. Got a great win. They've been high. I think they won, 5 in a row, I believe. They were 1-5 at one point. They've won 5 in a row. The Raiders, who I think were doing pretty well recently, they've fallen on hard times. But something, I'll tell you, it's always easy to go with a hot team. I give you that. But, this is a rivalry. The teams know each other well. I talk about this every week. Division games are always different. Oakland's due for a good game. Kansas City's due for a loss. I hate to say that, but it's just the law of averages. I'm going with the Raiders in this game. I think they bounce back.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna ride this Chiefs
Right.
wave. I think when people saw Jamal Charles go down, you could think that the Chiefs' season was over there, but they've had a couple guys step up. Last week it was Ware against the Bills, and he ran for over 100 yards against the Bills.
Yeah.
So, if the Chiefs can get that kind of contribution, they keep Jeremy Maclin involved. Of course, that defense is tough. I think they'll win this game.
All right. Last game is the Sunday night game, Indianapolis at Pittsburgh. Now, I don't know whether Andrew Luck's playing or not. I've heard talk that he feels better, he might play, but Matt Hasselbeck's been doing pretty good. I don't think he's lost a game yet. So, but the game's at Pittsburgh. It's a prime time game. It's tough to pick against Pittsburgh in prime time. It's tough to pick against Pittsburgh when Ben Roethlisberger. I don't know if I'm saying Brian. Ben Roethlisberger's upright. Okay, the guy can still sling it. So I'm going with the Steelers. It's just tough to pick against the Steelers in a primetime home game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers too. With Big Ben back there, get Antonio Brown involved. This team can work well. Almost pulled it out in Seattle last week. They gave the Seahawks a run for their money, but I think they'll bounce back with a win this week.
All right, folks, that's it. Hey, hope you enjoyed the picks, enjoy the games, and we'll see you next week.